Hey everyone, it's BlueLizardJello and welcome back to my walkthrough of the Surge's second DLC, The Good, the Bad, and the Augmented. We will be taking on episode number 8 today, and in order to accomplish this, we did have to advance the story to the point where we got into the Executive Forum, which is where we are now. So to show you exactly where the entrance is, I'm going to go ahead and leave the off station.
Watch your back out there.
And ignoring what's obviously to the right over here, this is where you enter the Executive Forums. This elevator will take you down to Central Production B, and the testing chamber is right here. The problem is, if you try and go to it right now, again, this only goes for those of you who are in New Game, you still can't access episode number 8 because you haven't gotten the key item. That key item being this right here, where it says Frontier Riders episode number 8. In order to get that item, you do have to defeat Black Cerberus just a little bit later on in the Executive Forum. I've already gone ahead and done that, and I do have my loadout equipped, so let's head down and take on episode number 8.
I'm almost impressed.
Before we jump right into episode number 8, the second to last episode, let's take a look at the gear we'll be using. Not much has changed. I am still using the Tomahawk. This time it is upgraded all the way up to +3. We should be able to get into +4 here in a moment as soon as we finish this episode. Still wearing the Shades of Black headgear, the Angel of Death body and arms, and then of course the Duke's leg gear. There are my specs. If you want to take a look at my defense or any of the damage, you can see that my one-handed is all the way up to 27, thanks in large due to this particular implant, the Tactile Omni-boost V5. And then I also have the Plasmic Omni-boost V3, Thermodynamic Capacitor V2, Medi-voltaic Injection V3, Vital Injection V3, Nanokinetic Converter V5, Vital Boost V3, Aggression Amplifier V2, Mechanized Counterweight V3, which I often forget to use anyway, the Omni Audit, and then a couple of the Ancillary Core XL, so I can actually hold all of these great implants. But we're going to get another few really good implants in this episode. So in episode number 8, you can see here that we have the Frontier, Mirage, and La Muerte is the boss. In completing the episode, we will get the Plasmic Omni-boost V5, a very high level Plasmic Omni-boost. It takes a lot of core power to wield, but if you can, it is an excellent implant. So no modifiers yet again. Let's just jump right in.
Barrel chamber assembly initiated.
First stop is the Frontier Mirage, and of course this is the area that does have that fake sun beating down on us that does cause enemies and yourself to burn. And we do have some of the security guards, dispatching them rather quickly, especially if they don't have any armor. Right now I am more focused on surviving than I am getting materials. Occasionally I will go for specific cuts if I need the materials, but for now it's just how quickly can I kill. There we go. You do get tungsten alloy from these enemies, even though you don't actually get the weapon itself. Alright, now we do have an implant right in here. Oop, careful now. That is the Vital Boost V5. I'm actually going to try and avoid this enemy as best I can. Problem is, I do have that flamethrower. He's going to be my next target. So I did have to use an emergency healing there. But I think what I'll do is just kind of let him do his thing. Hop through his flames as best I can. He's about to die anyway. We'll use my drone to just finish him off. There we are. Taking a little bit more damage than I'd like, but I should be fine. We do have one of the androids right here. I am going to go for his arm because I know that he does drop the tungsten alloy Mark IV that I need. So if I can bait this attack, beautiful. Oh, missed that first attack, which is a shame. There we are. There's the cut. We will finish him off, grab his tungsten alloy Mark IV. And that is it for this zone. Now we can see we do have more security guards up here. So what I like to do, we of course could go right in there, and we do want to go in there because there is some gear to get, or there are some collectibles. But as the supervisor is suggesting, I'm actually going to use the shortcut just to turn the sun off and then do some backtracking.
The cowboy cut corners.
And actually, while we're here, so I don't forget, right under this crate, we have the Medi-voltaic V5. 5. So a much better version of even the V3 that I am currently using. But now we can actually go through nice and slowly and attack whoever we need. So let's see. Let's get this guy's attention. I don't want to go too far out. Just using some blocks here. Very effective against the security guards. Every one of their attacks, including that knee kick, can be blocked. And as long as you time it right, you will get that stun as well. Okay, another security guard coming in. Back up. And I am generating a lot of energy thanks to all these blocks, so I will be able to store drones, which is perfect. And then duck. And there's the cut. If you haven't been practicing those dodges, they can be unbelievably effective, and I highly, highly encourage you to give it a go. Let's actually loop around this guy who is completely oblivious to our presence. Won't even bother with the cut there. All right. So we are all set with this area. Next, we do have some more of the androids. Some of them are going to be crawling around on the floor. Yeah, we can just take them out because that other guy has not noticed us. They don't actually become awake until you get about there. Oh, and actually they're all coming. That's okay. We can just do some dancing. And what do we want to use here? Bait an attack? Let's see, bait. Perfect. I can use my Medi-voltaic. There we go, I can even use it again. All right, let's go for this one now. Bait the attack, exactly what I wanted. We got vertical, vertical, horizontal. Get the cut. And you're just about dead. Careful here. And time is slowly ticking down his health. And he is done. Perfect. So he gets some more alloy. And over here we do get a lucky coin. So another attempt at the boss, La Muerte, at the very end. But now we do have a slightly more difficult enemy. We do have one of these Cerberus type enemies. Now, while you can't get the Judge 2.0, you can get the MG Judge. And that's exactly what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try and not take all that damage again. That was perfect. Back up and use my Medi-voltaic. And knock him over. Another couple of good hits and then back up. And do you want to save some energy for the eventual cut? Come on, what else you got for me? I want some big combos. Or if you want to get knocked down, that'll work too. Just careful you don't get hit there. And knock him over. And there's the cut. Perfect. Using that concussion drone module is just so effective. And there it is, we got the arm schematic. And we also got the MG Judge. But for killing him, you do also get the Vital Boost Max. So we get an amazing implant that will boost your health up to 300 HP, depending on your core power.
Wasting time, huh?
As challenging as that enemy can be, this next section can be a real test of patience. That little arena down there with the Robo-Dog is incredibly tough on the way back. So we are going to have to play it very, very carefully and be smart about it and use our drones a lot. Using those blocks. One more hit and I should be able to get the cut. There it is. Get a little bit of health back thanks to the aggression amplifier.
I'm almost starting to like you.
Not a lot to get in this area, but we do want to be very careful. In fact, I'm going to store this drone charge. So this is one of the advanced Robo-Dogs, the ones that can actually do the lightning attacks. So you want to be very cautious. Oh, what is he doing? There's the block. Back up. Okay. Now we need to be very careful since we knocked his tail off. He is just going to resort to these jump attacks. And unlike the standard variety, they seem to do the jumps even when you're standing very close. Top off. Oop. Might as well use a not a Medi-voltaic, but mechanized counterweight. And these enemies do drop the XL ancillary cores, which are really, really useful. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to actually use my concussive drone module on this enemy, on the Robodog that is. Okay, running into a little bit of a situation. What we want to do is kill the weakest enemy first, which of course in this case is going to be the security guard. There's the cut. Now we need to back up, and we can just take him out as needed. Definitely use that mechanized counterweight again. Significant power increase. And the drone almost actually killed him for us, and there we go. So now we're done with this section. We do have to come through a second time, and in my opinion, it is a little bit more challenging. I do have drone modules stored everywhere, so might as well just use this mechanized counterweight. Oh, unfortunate. That's okay. And what do you got for me? There it is. Oh, I had to half dodge that. There's the block, there's the cut. And then up here we do have an implant right in this barrel, the Endurance Enhancer V5. We're not going to take the shortcut. We are just going to initiate the button so we can head back and clear this area. Another Proteus android here. Bait the attacks, of course. And there's the cut. Love that combination. So effective, so easy. And the finish. Now, this is where it is definitely going to get very hairy. I'm going to be using the concussion module on the enemies that are not the Robodog. So right now we just have to start with the Proteus, but the next round gets very difficult very quickly. So I'm not going to use it here. Hopefully I can get enough energy to get both the cut and an injection. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Luckily the next round doesn't start until he is fully dead, so we can spend some time killing him. And now we have, there's the Robodog, there is the Proteus. Oh, and I just did exactly what I didn't mean to do, which was actually use the drone on the Proteus. So I want to use it on the Robodog. Okay. There we go. Kind of sloppy because I didn't actually use the module on the right enemy more than once. Fortunately, now for me, oh, careful. If I just ignore the Proteus, eventually he does die due to that time. Help him out a little bit. Dodge Robodog, and excellent. Now it is just me and Robodog. We should be fine. Tail is gone. Block that jump back.
Keep in mind, you can't take your time without taking mine as well.
Dodge that attack. And should be able to get the finish, I think. There it is. Excellent. We did survive. That can be incredibly grueling. And I was able to make a few mistakes and still live, but keep in mind, it is not always that forgiving. Bait, bait, bait. There's the cut. We're getting lots of Tungsten Mark IV. Easily going to be upgrading our Tomahawk. And that is it for the Frontier Town. But just don't forget to grab your other lucky coin. And now it's on 2 rather, La Muerte. It's kind of strange because we go down into this arena where we have fought some pretty formidable enemies. We have fought packs here. We also had to fight those trio of the flamethrowers. And now we have to fight nothing. Just empty. There's nothing. There's nothing to collect. There's nothing to fight. We are done with Frontier Town.
Another one for the scrap heap.
We do have all of the lucky coins. And of course, not going to leave. We're just going to jump right in to our second to last boss encounter. Now, I don't have one of my concussion modules saved up. Doesn't look like we have the lasers, which definitely a preference. We don't have stunt doubles, so we're looking at either shooting gallery or running of the bulls. I think, what do we want to start with? I think we'll actually start with the industrial electromagnet, since we do have that saved up. Okay, so it is shooting gallery. Careful, back up. I am going to use my Medi-voltaic. I want to stay topped off during this as best I can. Oh. Oh, I got a block. I was hoping I could actually cause him to recoil a little bit. Not so much. Let's get the concussion ready. See if we can't bait a good combo. Get out of there. Using my mechanized counterweight. Definitely using an emergency healing there. We actually did earn one back from getting enough scrap. That stun is going to be very, very dangerous here. Come on, what do you got for me? That actually worked out really nicely. Okay, now that we have the concussion module going, we're going to be able to get a lot of damage and keep using the drone module. He's going to get knocked right into us, or just about. All right, using another emergency healing, not handling this all that well. Oh no. None of that. Can't be healing. He is very quick on his recoveries, and that's what's actually getting me caught here. But we almost have him. And there it is. Ooh, almost got me.
The best of the best, who, sadly enough, was in cahoots with the worst of the worst.
So there is La Muerte down.
Was still out there, studying his moves.
It's a real enemy. But as a reward, we do get the Plasmic Omni-boost V5, a direct upgrade to the one we've been using. And that is episode 8.
Another one for the scrap heap.
So as the rewards pile in, not a whole lot to discuss here. That was episode number 8. We only have one more episode to go, episode number 9. And then after that, I will do kind of a summary wrap-up video where I will showcase some of the other modifiers and some of the golden weapons. But that is going to do it for this episode of my walkthrough of the Surge Good, Bad, and Ugly DLC. I do have an audio log. We'll be listening to that as we close out. But if you learned something, I'd love to hear that in the comments. And if I missed something, or if you have any other tips and tricks, please be sure to leave those as well so we can all keep learning. But I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.
Back in the Saddle, a Frontier Riders fan fiction by Richebo 69. The Old West, a harsh and unforgiving land, and yet as beautiful as they come. The Marshal had just returned from a secret assignment, foiling villains, saving damsels, and defending the American way of life with his trusty six-shooter. For the first time ever, he felt content. There was nothing on God's green earth that compared to shooting a bank robber in the back. Soon, he'd be back home, kissing his dame, defending the law, and herding cattle. But out there, the world had fallen into despair, and he was going to pull it back from the brink.